I am a goal-achieving machine. I constantly set new goals for myself and I constantly achieve new goals. Those turn into new goals again, and I will achieve those as well. And I am a goal-achieving machine. I constantly set new goals for myself and I constantly achieve new goals. Those turn into new goals again, and I will achieve those as well. And that's how my whole life goes on, always further, always higher, always higher. And that's the decision I made myself. So how do you do all of this? How do you manifest properly? So the link is below. Let's read it out loud, the instructions for manifesting. How does manifesting actually work in practice? It's important that you include both thoughts and emotions. That's absolutely crucial because it's through emotions that you reach the subconscious, the driving force behind manifestation. With your thoughts, you give this force its direction, right? Thoughts create the direction. The emotions that I carry within me create the power that pushes these thoughts in the right direction. That's how it works. First step, set a clear intention. Make your desire as clear as possible to yourself. What do you want and why? That's the very first step. A lot of people say, yeah, I want to be somewhere else. I'm so unhappy. And then you ask them, so what is your actual goal? So then they're overwhelmed at first. Yeah, if you don't know your goal, then you can't achieve it. That's just common sense. No goal, no achievement. So if you don't know where you want to go, then your subconscious, the energy, call it what you want, can't guide you in the right direction. Because if you don't even know yourself what you want, so first, get clear on what you really want. What are your goals? Formulate these goals, write them down, really feel into them. Is this really what I want? Kian, would you like to read number 2?
Point number 2, move into gratitude. Gratitude puts you in the frequency of receiving and amplifies your power to manifest. Philipp, how do you perceive that?
That's exactly what I do. All of my affirmations start with the first sentence. I am happy and grateful, right? Emotion, cheerfulness, and gratitude, being grateful for something, amplifies everything and brings more of it into your life. We've also talked about this many times before, how important gratitude is in life. It's quite similar to the good mindset from Jocko Willink, because when you think that something is good, you also receive it with gratitude. You become optimistic. That's why it's so important. Be grateful for even the smallest things in your life, and that will ensure that you receive more and more of them. Point number 3, visualization. Picture your desire in as much detail as possible. For example, you can create a vision board, write it down, draw it, or visualize it in your mind. It should feel so realistic, as if it has already become reality. A very, very important point, folks. When you write down your goals, you should phrase them as if they have already happened. Visualization, vision boards, I used to do that a lot, and I really should start doing it again. Here, number 4.
Number 4, feel into the emotion. So your wish has already become reality. How do you feel about that? What emotion does that trigger in you? Feel it as clearly and intensely as possible. Trust, be convinced that your desired event will actually happen, as if it has already occurred. Now you can set out on your path with full confidence. And I think this is also the most important point in these instructions. Now you can set out on your path with full confidence. Because why do you do this? You do it so that you have this boundless optimism. Well, in my case, it's that I've always had it, really always had it from the very beginning, always had the feeling that I was already there. And if I'm not there, then I'll get there. And if I'm not there yet, I still trust myself that I'll manage it anyway, no matter how many setbacks I have. But the goal of manifesting is that in the end, you actually set out to take action and direct those small actions toward where your goals and your manifestation are aimed.